I created over 1,000 product mockups in under 3 minutes. No Canva, no manual resizing, no design work. Most sellers think mockup take hours because every design has to be resized, adjusted, and exported one by one. That's only true if you treat mockup as a design work instead of a system. In this video, I'll break down the exact 3-step automation workflow I use to batch everything instead of doing mockups one by one. Let's jump right into it. Before you automate anything, you need to set this up correctly, because if step 1 is wrong, everything else will break. This is where most people mess up and think automation is unreliable, when the real issue is the setup. To set this up correctly, I'll be using these base mockup images. And on this base mockup images, I'll be adding or defining the maximum print area. So to do that, I'll grab a rectangle tool and create a rectangle on the top of the t-shirt and try to position the rectangle as realistically as possible. You see the bounding box, this is the maximum print area our design will go. Also make sure the distance between the top of the bounding box and your neck is realistic as you want your designs to be printed. Once you are satisfied, release the mouse, then go on this layer panel, right click and convert to smart object. This is done. We have defined the maximum print area for this rectangle. Now I need to go and create this bounding box rectangle across all the other mockup images. But along with mockup automation, we need consistent output from our mockup. So there must be a correct way to create this bounding box to be consistent across all the other mockups. So the correct way to do that is I'll delete this rectangle and then I'll pull up this placeholder design and place it on the top. You can download this placeholder from the link in the description. This particular size is recommended by Printify. It allows 12 into 16 inches as maximum print size on their apparels. So you can just grab this, use the cursor to position this correctly on the t-shirt. I think this looks nice. Click on this check mark and then from this normal blending mode, I'll change this to multiply. Now we have a consistent placeholder. We'll use the same placeholder to place across all the other mockups. Now I'll save this as a Photoshop file. Quick note before I continue, I'm using Photoshop here, but the automation logic is the same even without it. I'll show the non-Photoshop setup at the end of this video. I'll duplicate this. So now instead of dragging and placing the placeholder, you have to place only one smart object and duplicate into all the other instances. The next part of the setup is quite simple. I'll separately create 3 folders, one for design, one for export, and one for the base mockup template. These steps sound small, but it is what keeps the batches clean when you're trying to generate 100 or even thousands of mockup. At this point, nothing is automated yet, but the foundation is logged. Now we can batch everything without touching individual files. Now that our setup is logged, this part is boring, and that's exactly the point. So we'll go to the plugins menu and start Bulk Mockup. Now the 3 folders that we created, will map those 3 folders into these 3 fields. I'll just resize the shape. So I'll hit on start generating and the magic will start. This is where the scale comes from. Once it starts, every design follows the same rule. No resizing, no manual checks, no adjustment, just pure automation. Speed isn't the real win here, consistency is. Every mockups comes out identical in quality, which is what marketplace is and your customers will actually care about. Notice I'm not fixing anything manually or watching the export. If this needed babysitting, it wouldn't scale. At this point, mockups are exporting automatically into the output folder we set earlier. You can walk away, the batch will finish on its own. So now you have seen the core automation, but this is where most tutorials lie to you because real batches always have edge cases. This is the part every perfect demo skips. When you batch hundreds of mockup, things will break. And if you don't plan for that, automation becomes a liability. Errors do not mean that your automation failed. They mean your inputs weren't consistent. So let us look at few edge cases and how to resolve that. So the first edge case that you'll encounter is that your designs not being placed properly on the t-shirt. As in this case, the design is placed at the center. However, for t-shirt or any apparel, you'd likely want the design to go from the top. So the fix is very simple. When you automate this, make sure on the Bulk Mockup plugin, there's a settings called design layer, and on the design layer, you can select this alignment option. When you select this alignment option, the design will flow from the top instead of at the center. So moving on to the next edge case, you may get output like this, which the design has a white patch. Now this happens because your design file has this white background within it. When I process this batch, all of my design file were in PNG. However, when I open this PNG file, you'll see that the PNG design has white background. So you need to remove this white background and have transparency, or you can use Canva's magic erase to remove this white background. But yeah, make sure that all your design file are transparent PNG. So the next edge case is you have a template with multiple smart object with the same design on multiple occasion, but while running the automation, only couple of or few of the designs are changed while other ones are untouched. So this needs to be fixed on the template. The template was not set up properly. So to fix this, just delete all the other smart object layer. We'll keep this one. Now press Ctrl J or Command J to duplicate this smart object layer and move it onto the other one. Command J, duplicate another copy. So now instead of dragging and placing the placeholder, you have to place only one smart object and duplicate into all the other instances. So I'm just not positioning it correctly just for this demo. So I'll create 5 copies and place out on the 5 t-shirt. Now these all 6 smart object or 6 design instances are linked. So if you change one of them, so if I double click, open this, change the color to green, save it. So I updated one smart object, but the design is being reflected on all the other 6. So this was a simple fix. You may have another use case with multiple smart object, maybe a couple t-shirt with the design, 2 different design needs to be placed on 2 different smart object. So that can be achieved with the automation as well, using Bulk Mockups, process multiple smart object. But again, that automation needs to be separated from this automation where we need only one design. More on this multiple smart object, you can check this video. So once you handle the edge cases this way, automation becomes predictable instead of risky. And that's the difference between a demo and a real workflow. At this point, the batch is done. These are all your finished mockups generated automatically, consistent and ready to upload. So at the start of the video, I told you there is a non-Photoshop way to automate this. Let us take a demo for that. So I'll drag all my templates onto this space. So I'll add my designs onto this space. And then I'll click on generate mockups. So without Photoshop, this will start automating the mockup creation process. So this app is in beta. If you want access to this tool, just comment beta and I'll give you the link. Now you know how to automate your mockup creation process, but automation alone does not guarantee sale. Bad mockups can still kill your conversions, and that's why I made this next video showing the most common mistakes and how to fix them. Go check that video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.